Oh, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Slide Styles Round 7. We are here at Springstone, and we are getting ready to burn it down. We have 12 of the best virtual drifting drivers in the world are here, prepped and ready. These guys are going to rock and roll for you tonight. And you guys at home here on Twitch watching with us are going to decide who moves forward and heads on to possibly be the champion and make their way into the world final in October on the classic Ebisu Drift circuit. But we got to get through round 7 tonight, so we are going to find out what all we have in store for you this evening. First of all, we're going to take a look at our bracket here as we find out what everything is all set for us here tonight. We're going to look at the rules of the event. Of course, we have the 12 drivers lined up right there on the left side of your screen. It is a single elimination tournament bracket. The winners are all decided by you guys. We've got a 4-round system here. The breakout round is going to come away with 6 winners. In the eliminator round, we have 3 winners there, but there will be a redemption round. 2 drivers will pass on through the contender to the showdown to a final champion. Our tiebreakers, we're doing things a little bit different this time around. We are going to be having the lower seed driver. If there is a tie in the breakout or eliminator round, the lower seed driver of the pairing is going to take the tiebreaker. So that adds a little incentive for our qualifying events for these guys to qualify high. Obviously, they want their championship points for the season, but also they do not want to have that tiebreaker opportunity taken away from them. So it's going to go to the lower seed driver there. And make sure that these guys know that they want to take out the underdog. In the contender and showdown rounds, ties are going to automatically trigger a 1 more time. We're not going to worry with any of that math that we were doing previously at previous events of 20% or anything like that. If there is a tie in the contender or showdown, we are going to run them 1 more time. And then, of course, the redemption round in the eliminator, the 3 losing drivers will be put to a vote. You guys will vote for the driver that you want to see have a chance at redemption, and those 2 drivers will face off against each other. So we will take a live look in here at our current drivers. We have Foxy and Malte are lined up here for us, ready to go. So we're going to take a look at some info here on the cars that these guys are driving. These machines run a stock engine block. 1,000 horsepower is their maximum. They've got to be rear-wheel drive. No crazy all-wheel drive action, no wild engine swaps, anything like that. These guys have got to run what came in the car, but they can tune it all the way up. Wheels have got to be between 17 and 20 inches in diameter. All 4 wheels all the way around the machine do have to be the same size. However, they can vary the tire pressure however they see fit. They are running on 110 adhesion tires. We got the grip to match the high horsepower here. And the cars do have to have a front bumper attached. That is for when we are judging any penalties or anything like that. If there is contact with the front of the car, in the game Car X here, if the front bumper is not attached to the car, the collision box for the vehicle is still the same as it was before. So there's an invisible area in front of the car that could contact the other driver. So we need that front bumper on the car, so when we're watching our replays, we can figure out if it was just incidental contact or if it was caused by any particular driver. And then, of course, when these guys go to take off, because we do play the base game, we don't have any mods or anything crazy like that. These guys do utilize a rolling launch system. So what we do is we have the chase car will idle forward, like, 5 or 10 miles an hour, they will roll forward. That will let the lead car know that they need to take off. They will pass that chase car, moving on to their outside and into the first corner, and both guys should be able to get a great initialization into their first drift together, side by side. And that is how we get our run started right here in a slide style event. So, without further ado, let's get some love in the chat. Everybody that's at home, welcome. We appreciate everybody coming to hang out with us here tonight. Who's your favorite driver? Who do you want to see move forward? Are we ready to do this or what, people? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Give us a little love. We are looking right here at Malte. He is going to be leading this run here between him and Foxy. there on the inside, and that concept team machine. But both of these are awesome looking cars. We've been watching them practice all week. These guys are ready to bring it, that is for sure. So I believe Race Control is ready to give these guys the go-ahead. We're going to get this event underway. Malte and Foxy. Malte is on the lead. He flashes, says, Foxy, I'm ready to go. Foxy's going to roll forward. Let's see what these guys have got for us. Malte quick as ever, but Foxy making sure he stays on the inside. He is right there on the transition. What a great job from him. Loses a little speed in the wall ride section here, but Malte gets into the wall. Foxy follows him in there. Will he be able to make up for Malte's mistake there? He looks like he's catching him here. Gets the transition back around to this last loop section. Oh, that was an interesting run there to start. You see the little love tap from Foxy. Let's get that replay in and see what happened here. Great start from both of these drivers. You could see here a little bit of an angle change there from Foxy led to Malte getting ahead of him, but he got some speed in and got all the way out to the wall. We'll take one more look at that as it loops back around here and see what exactly it was that caused Malte to get into that collision with the wall. So here they are. They got a great start, as you can see. And on the transition, you'll see where Foxy gets a little bit slightly different angle, and he has to get on the brakes there to avoid Malte. But let's see what happens as we go slow motion here. He just overcooked it, man. You can see him counter-steering there, and you see Foxy take advantage. He jumps back in the throttle, and he is right there. So let's see if these guys can bring it here on this second run. We have got Foxy on the lead. See what they got. Malte rolls forward here. They get a perfect launch. They're side by side out the gate. Malte is right in that door as always. You know he's always good for the chase. These guys make that wall ride section beautiful. You can see Malte is right there in the door, all the way close on the transition though. On the rear bumper he had to check up, but he stays in the door right beside Foxy, who takes the inside line. He's trying to get in the head of Malte a little bit there, change things up. What a great run from these guys. You see him showing some love there. As we go to our replay here. The vote is going to be coming up in the chat for who you want to see move forward in the competition between Foxy and Malte. But look at what a great job Malte does getting on the wall. But you can see there, a clean transition from Foxy on the way down the hill. Malte is not able to match it. He is able to stay in the door though. And then, I mean, he was all the way up, almost to the front wheel, all the way around. The vote is in the chat now. Let us know what you think between Foxy and Malte as we take another look at this replay. That was a great lead there from Foxy, but you can see Malte did everything just right, staying right on him all the way through. I mean, just look here how close in our slow motion here. Now, we can see in this transition, I think Malte was expecting Foxy to flip around a little bit faster than he did. But you can see as they come through this center section, watch this transition here from up above. Look how close Malte is on the rear of this car and comes right back up to the door. So get your vote in now. The poll is in the chat. We watch this run one more time. I mean, Malte was in that door all the way through, but Foxy didn't get nervous. He didn't falter under the pressure. He was definitely up on the wheel all the way through. Both drivers all the way up on the wheel, all the way around. Got about 20-30 seconds left in the vote here. Make sure your voice is heard. Make sure your vote counts. Let these guys know what you thought about their run. as we look on to our next set of drivers here. Newcomer here, the primitive potato. We have two potatoes today. We've got potato as always, but we got the primitive potato here. Bringing this beautiful black and purple machine out. Love the way this car looks. And of course, as always, Damien rocking the flanker this time with the crazy looking electric paint scheme. I love the fade on this vehicle here, but it looks like Malte has come away with the win on the first group. He is going to have 12 votes, and that will move him on to the eliminator round. So we will see our first ever event winner, Damien, here versus our first ever event driver, Prim, here. We will see what these guys have got for us here as they get ready to launch out of the gate. Prim has been impressive in practice, but Damien always knows how to bring it. The perfect launch from these guys. We are out of the gate. Damien is right up to the front wheel of Prim, but Prim is bringing it close on the inside. Contacts the wall a little bit there. What a great adjustment from Damien to stay on the outside of him there. Look at how close the transition is. These guys are absolute driving freaks, man. Coming over here close on this outside wall. Maintaining the angle all the way around. Damien all the way up to that front wheel again. We got to watch that one more time. Good grief, man. These guys are up on it today. This is going to be a show for you guys. You can see right there, Prim just taps the wall. He was trying to run that inside line. Like we said about Foxy earlier, I think he was trying to get in the head there of Damien a little bit, run a different line than everybody's been doing in practice. But not only was Damien prepared for it, he was able to adjust for that contact on the wall. So we will take a look through here one more time as these guys come around to this first corner. Look and see how close they were to making contact with each other after Prim hit the wall here. So they come around, we have a wicked close transition, and you can see Damien make the adjustment, get on the brakes right here. You see the brakes light up, you see the exhaust flame, and then right back in the throttle. Right back to Prim's door there, and just all the way up towards the front wheels, all the way around. What a great chase from Damien, but what a showing from Prim to be able to hold on after hitting the wall and finish out that run the way he did. So these guys are lined back up. You see Damien is ready to take over the lead position. So we are ready to see what these guys have on the flip side now. We know Damien has the speed, so will Prim be able to stay with him here? Because I think after that wall contact there from Prim, Damien knows he just needs to run away here. It does not look like Prim's going to let him do it. He is so close transitioning through there. But there's that speed from Damien. He gets on that wall ride and just takes off down the hill. See Prim doing everything he can to keep up. Damien knows he's pulling away from him now. He's staying in the throttle. Can Prim get back in on the inside of this last corner? It's going to be close. He does get back to the door there almost. What a job here on their second run as we pull our replay up. With Damien here on the lead. You can see the speed that this vehicle carries, man. This thing is unreal. The vote is in the chat. Let us know what you think, who you want to see move on between the newcomer Prim and the first ever slide style event winner Damien. And you can see on the wall ride here, Damien was just all the way, just held the throttle all the way out there. And he just kept the power on all the way through this center section here, still maintaining the angle, a great line. And what a great showing from Prim here in his first ever event. I still can't believe he cut inside on this second corner on his first run. and was able to stay in the throttle, collect that car, not lose the angle, and the Damon was able to hold on the inside. But that vote is just past halfway over. Be sure to get your votes in now and let us know who you want to see move on to the Eliminator round between Prem and Damien here. But what a great showing from Prem. Got to give him his props for his first ever event. He did a great job. Super excited for him to be here. He's been an awesome part of our practice events. We love having him hanging around playing games with us. It's been fun. Of course, you guys can join in on the fun as well. Exclamation point slide style in the chat will get you the hookup. But we are looking here at Chally and Potate. So originally DK was scheduled to be facing off against Chally. He was unable to make it this evening, so Potate was able to take his place. But we know Chally is always here with his beautiful Mopar machines. Man, this thing looks so awesome. Potate, as always, got his Joker BMW. This thing is tuned up, hooked up, and ready to go. But look at the details that he put into this ride right here. Such a beautiful car. These guys are ready to bring it to us here, so I think we are locked and loaded. Chally is going to be the lead driver. As these guys launch off, Potate is right there for a short amount of practice that he's had. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles this line. Little contact with the door on Chally there, but it doesn't look like it affected Chally's angle any. Close transition there from Potate, but Chally is just holding that perfect smooth line in that Mopar ride. As these guys get reset, we will check the replay out here. And you could see he just gets in. He does tap the side of Chally's car there, but I think that was definitely some incidental contact that didn't seem to affect the run at all. We'll catch it one more time as it loops back around. Let you guys see this first run with Chally on the lead one more time. You can see Potate did an awesome job staying there right on the rear corner. But let's see what happened with this contact here. As we come down the hill, these guys are carrying a whole lot of speed. So you see Potate here gets on the brakes, and it's just his car just carried forward a lot more than what Chally's did. But it looks like he was able to hold on to it, and it was able to stay there and finish out the line. So it will be interesting to see what these guys do on the flip side. We have come back around here, and we are focused on Potate as our lead driver. We will see what Chally can do with that Mopar machine on the chase as these guys get ready to launch off here. They let each other know they're good. Chally rolls forward. A perfect start from these two. As our drone cam flies high overhead, you can see Chally got a little bit of an inside angle there, but look at how close he gets to the rear bumper of Potate's BMW there. Early crossover there from Chally, an interesting way to manage the momentum on the way down the hill. Up ahead of Potate on the chase there just a little bit, and is able to time the transition perfectly. But a lead from Potate that you wouldn't believe. See the launch that these guys got right out of the gate. And I mean to tell you what, man, Chally just stays right in there on the door through that early part of that run. That early transition down the hill was interesting, and you can see how it led to the difference in angle headed into the next corner, but both drivers managing it incredibly well, staying off of each other and working off of each other's angles. As we take another look at it here, the vote is in the chat. Who do you want to see moving forward to the next round? Is it going to be Chally or is it going to be Potate? So we'll see this early crossover here coming down the hill. You can see these guys on the wall ride section. And here's Chally. You can see him cross over mid-drift there before he even transitions. Such an interesting choice there. I don't know if I've seen anybody make a move like that in any of the practice sessions so far. You can see how it modified the angle, but Potate was able to stay ahead there. Definitely be sure to get your votes in the chat for these guys here. Who do you want to see move on to the next round? Of course, as we said, Potate is going to be... He has taken over the position of DK Greer, who was unable to make it. He got called into work at the last second. Unfortunate, but Potate was able to take over that spot. He will not be receiving any championship points for this event. However, if he is able to move on and collect a win, he will hold on to that win and be locked into the finals. We come back around here looking at the beautiful shots here around Springstone. We've got a quick technical difficulty. Somebody's going to have to jump back in the server here. So we will go back and let you know. So joining Malte and Damien in the eliminator round is going to be Chally. What a great effort from him there. No doubt the smooth driving and quick transitions were the key to his victory on the votes there. But as we wait for our driver to jump back in the server here, we will pull up our event calendar. Coming up for next month's event is going to be in St. Petersburg. Event registration opens, and the first open practice is going to be next Friday. That is August 5th. The following Friday is going to be our second open practice. Anyone is able to join in, drive with these guys, put together a slide style car, and see if they want to be a part of an event. And they are free to sign up with us. On Thursday, the night before qualifying, event registration closes, and we have a final close practice for the drivers that are signed up for qualifying. That event being held on Friday the 19th. To find out what 12 drivers will make it into the final bracket. The final practice for that bracket will be a closed server that is set up for August 25th. And of course, August 26th is our main event at St. Petersburg. That's going to all be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Exclamation point slide style in the chat. The events calendar will be updated there. It will convert to your local time, so you can set a reminder and come join us for those events going forward. But it looks like our technical difficulties have been solved. And we are right back here looking at Theory and Akuza, two of our slide style OGs here. Theory run almost every event with us so far, and he is the winner of our latest event last month at the Navarro Airport. He did an awesome job there, holding it down. It was fun to watch. And we are checking out his Toyota Yaris here. Good looking machine. And then Akuza, as we started calling the jack of all trades, shows up with a different car for every single event and manages to hold his own with it every single time. He's got the Mercedes out this month, and it's a good looking machine here. I love the design in the side of it here. So cool looking. So we are going to see what these guys are going to bring to the table here, as Theory has got the lead first time around. He lets him know he's ready to go. Akuza rolls forward. Theory says, let's do it. These guys jump in the throttle and make their way into the first turn. You see Akuza gets in there a little hot. Oh, the front end sticks on him. That heavy Mercedes, he's going to have some catching up to do here, but he's going to have the horsepower to do it. You can see him modifying his angle there to catch up to Theory. Comes in close to the inside. He is able to catch a whole lot of ground up there. Takes the inside route on this final corner as well. Can he get to the door for the last corner? Yes, he can. A good looking run there from Theory on the lead. But Akuza has got his work cut out for him on his lead run here coming up. Because his car he got on the brakes a little bit, I think, to modify his angle to get back inside of Theory there on that first turn, and the car just settled out on him. We'll take a look at it one more time as these guys are getting lined back up. See if we can't get the slow motion action here. See the perfect launch from these two side by side. Akuza in perfect position here, and you can see where he gets in a little hot and he knows he's going to get to Theory's door, and he jumps on the brakes and the whole front of the car settled down, which put him at a significant speed disadvantage, but he was able to modify his drifts, modify his angles, and get back to the door of Theory by the end of it. So let's see what they do on the flip side of things here, as Akuza is going to be in the lead this time around, so we'll see if he can put that Mercedes horsepower to good use. These guys let each other know they are ready to rock and roll. Like they read each other's minds, they both take off at the exact same time. Theory does stay to the inside there. A whole lot of angle from Akuza, over-rotating that entire turn there, looking awesome doing it. See, Theory gets in the door there a little bit. Akuza definitely running a modified line, trying to get in the head of Theory there just a bit. That is one of the added interesting bits of a slide style event. We do not run clipping points, and that leads to runs like you just saw right there. Akuza trying to work his way into a victory. So let's break that one down a little bit on the replay. So you can see in that first turn, Akuza takes such a wide, long angle there, making the super heavy transition into the second turn. But Theory stuck with him all the way through it. But you can see here, Theory trying to match that angle. Akuza can get so much angle out of that Mercedes. So we take another look here at this first turn like I'm talking about here. So you can see how Akuza goes so wide. Theory was already set up to transition back the other way around, but Akuza was still on the arc there. You can see Theory even bang the door a little bit there, but is able to maintain and stick with Akuza all the way around. So get your votes in now. The poll is in the chat. If you can't see the poll, try cracking open the open Twitch in a browser window. If you're in an app right now, sometimes the apps will have issues with the polls being visible or showing up in time. If you pull up the original Twitch experience in a web browser, even on your mobile device, you should have better luck with seeing the votes. But you guys are the key to how these guys move forward during the event, so definitely let us know who you want to see move on to the next round. But the vote is coming to a close here as we move forward to see the next driver lined up is Swervo here. But it does look like Theory has come away with the win, and he will be joining Malte, Damien, and Chally in the Eliminator round. And alongside them will be Swervo here. Jay having internet issues, he was unable to make it this evening, so Swervo will be getting a bye run in the first round. So hopefully Jay will be able to join back up with us next month. You know he's always down for it. He's always a good time. But Swervo will be making his bye run here all by himself. So we will see a little preview of what this guy has got for us in the eliminator round. Of course, this being his first bracket event. So a lucky break here for Swervo, but we'll see what this machine can do here. See that S14 revved up all the way to the rev limiter. But you can see he's definitely carrying some speed around this course as well. That has definitely been the theme of the evening, is these guys bringing the speed on this flat parking lot course. So there will be no vote for this run, obviously, as he moves on to the next round. But a great run there to start from Swervo, giving a little preview of what we're going to see moving forward here. As we get ready for the drivers here. On our next run, we are going to have Wayne versus the first time ever. He's been hanging out with us for quite a while, but this is his first ever slide style event, his hero. But he has got his work cut out for him here as he is facing, you see it right there on the windshield, three-time champ. Wayne is always here with his rocket ship, and you know he means business, but Hero has got a little speed demon in him here with his RX-7. That beautiful burnt orange color. So we will see what these guys have to bring to us here, but they are on deck. They are ready to rock and roll. Let's see what they've got here. Hero rolls forward. You can hear that rotary engine squealing loud, man. And he is there. He is keeping up to the inside of Wayne, but here comes Wayne on that wall ride. And just rockets away as Hero spins it out, trying to get on the throttle to keep up with Wayne there. But he is going to finish his run out, and we will get a replay here to see what happened there. So we see he was keeping up on the inside there, and he definitely had the speed to keep up with Wayne for sure. But then you see here, when he tries to make that wall run, he makes a little bit of contact with the wall there. And it looks like that is what sent the car around. Wayne finishes out his run, but you can see Hero never gave up. That is one of our mantras here at SLIDESTYLE, is never give up. You never know what's going to happen on your next run. The same exact thing could happen to Wayne this time around. We take one more look here. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened with Hero's machine. Makes the transition over here, gets to the inside of Wayne, gets on the throttle around the wall ride. And you can see the car it's just wanted to step out on him there. Not sure what exactly happened with it. But he is going to be on the lead this time around. And we'll see if Wayne is able to stay right on the door of Hero as they get ready to take off this time around. Wayne pulls forward, Hero launches up. Oh, he's bringing the speed this time for sure. Hero knew he had to match Wayne's speed, and look at him pulling away from Wayne here. That's not something you see very often. Holding it down on the wall ride this time around. Wayne is actually trying to keep up with him. Oh, and Hero gets on the brakes and turns that car around again. Wayne says, let's finish this thing out, man. Let me get in that door one time for you. But look at the speed from Hero, and what a great job by him to put a car together that can keep up with the speed of a car like Wayne. So we take another look at this run here. The vote is up in the chat. You can see there where Hero, he's on the way down the hill, and it looks like the front brakes just wanted to lock up on it and sent that car around. Love the sportsmanship from both of these guys finishing that run out. But Get your vote in. Let us know what you think. Who's going to move on to the next round. So we'll take another look here and see what happened. In comparison to the first run, you can see how much better Hero's car was balanced this time around. And on the wall ride section here especially, you can see he actually pulled away from Wayne a little bit here. But you can see he carried so much speed on the downhill. You can see right there on the brake lights. You can see that car, the front end settled down. And that is what spun it around. But he was able to spin it all the way through and finish the run out. And it was a great looking run. We could say that 360 was on purpose, huh? But get your votes in the poll over there. We'll watch this one more time. Yep, you can see when he goes to make his transition, he gets on the brakes there. That thing just whipped right around on him so quick. He did a great job gathering it up. Wayne did awesome not running in the back of him there. Good showing from both drivers. And that is the level of talent that we are bringing to you, man. These guys can, even in a situation like that, are still wheeling these cars. They never give up on them. As those votes are coming in, it looks like Wayne is going to come away with the victory here and be the final driver moving on into the eliminator round. As we take a look around here in beautiful Springstone. It wouldn't be a slide style event without Maltese Game crashing on him at some point. We've seen him, he's seen his car teleporting around the map before. We've seen his car doing donuts before. We've seen his car mysteriously disappear before. But right before his time to line up here against Damien, decided to pop out of existence. So as we wait for him to jump back in, we will discuss, we'll pull up our rules again here. We'll talk about in the eliminator round here, and it does appear Wayne did come away with the victory there, so we are moving on to the eliminator round. And you could see there on the left side of your screen, that redemption selection down there at the bottom is currently empty. The 3 drivers that do not move forward from this round will be put up to a vote, and you're going to choose your favorite driver, who you want to see move forward and have a shot at redemption, and the 2 top voted drivers will fill those 2 slots, and they will make a run to see who moves on into the contender round. It does appear that Maltese Game has decided to grace us with his presence again. So we take a look at his beautiful machine, and I think we need to we got to get these guys rolling before he wants to disappear again, huh? So these guys are ready to launch off. We have Malte, we have Damien, 2 previous event winners. They are here to show what they're all about. Oh, and they have come to bring the speed and come to bring the angle. You know what to expect from these 2 guys here. Oh, Malte with a little bit of extra rotation there. Damien is able to match it, does not get in the side of him. These are 2 of the best wheelmen you will ever see. Look at Malte all the way out, grinding the bumper on that outside wall, takes it all the way out to the grass. Oh, I can't wait to watch this one again. I'm so happy we have the slow motion feature hooked up and working for us here as we watch this run one more time. Start off of these guys here. You can see, watch Malte's car as he rides along the wall here. It wants to kick out to the side. He catches it. And Damien has to whoa it up a little bit, gets all the way up to the door, doesn't even make contact. He's able to manage the angle all the way throughout that line. We're going to let this loop around one more time. We have to see that again. We'll get a slow motion angle on that action over there on the wall ride portion of this course as these guys take off. Perfect start for a slide style event, as always, from these 2. See the quick transition there from Maltese car, but Damien's able to match it. So they've got their wall ride here, and you can see Maltese car just wants to rotate around, just jump out on him just a little bit, and look at how close Damien gets and is able to get right back up and match that angle from Malte again, headed into the center section. And Malte is all the way out to the wall and is able to hold on to that car. So with Damien on the lead this time around, this is sure to be a show for you right here. As Malte rolls forward, Damien takes over the lead position. Malte staying close on the rear bumper of Damien's flanker here. That S15 always has the speed, but that flanker is no slouch. You can see he has the same rotation issue that Malte had there, and Malte is able to match it. It's like these runs are twins here. These cars are moving just at breakneck speed. Oh, you see Malte gets in the back of Damien. It sets him off. He's unable to make his transition. And Damien comes through the finish. What happened there? As we bring the replay back around, you can see the same thing. As soon as they get to that downhill section, it's like the suspension of the car wanted to just, I don't even know how to describe it. It just loosens up on the car. You can see Malte there not making the transition. We'll go back and watch it one more time here. But you can see when they're on that wall ride, the whole suspension on Damien's car just looks like it just unloaded and wanted to rotate the car around. And look how much wheel he has to put into it. So you can see the downhill starts right here. You can see how much wheel he's got in it. Tags the wall a little bit there. Malte gets to the back bumper, and then you can see right from the overhead how close they are in transition. But as they come back through, what happened here with Malte? So close to the rear bumper as they switch over. He just didn't get enough brake in it. He was too close. And then after Damien smacks the front end of the car, you can see where that knocks him over into that outside wall. So we'll come around and watch it one more time. As the vote is up in the chat, let us know who you want to see move forward. To the next round here. I'm going to try to get the slow motion on this last segment one more time. As they come through here. Did Damien's car slow up any? Did he get on the brakes? And is that what caused Malte to get in the back of him? I did not see any loss of momentum there from Damien. I think we have enough time left on the vote to get one more view of it here. We'll watch it in full speed one more time through. And see if there's any loss of momentum coming from Damien there, but I think that contact was initiated. I just don't think Malte got enough brake in, because you could see how close up on the door he gets on his chase, and then he gets on the brake and the transition to swing behind the driver and then jumps back in the throttle to get up to their door. But you see here, I did not see Damien lose any momentum there. I think Malte just wasn't able to slow up enough to get back behind him. And the vote is looking like it's going to be close. And honestly, after the way that round worked out, I'm not going to offer up any penalties there for Malte if he did initiate contact, because it did throw the entire last, he didn't even get to drift the last corner of the course there, so that's going to be penalty enough for me as it is. I hope everybody can agree with that. So we'll leave it down to the vote here. It's going to be a close one. And it does look like it is going to come to a tie. And as we said, leading off the program here this evening, the lower seed driver is going to take away the win, and the lower seed driver in that situation is going to be Damien. Damien takes the win, moves forward. Up next, we have Chally and Theory, who is going to join in with Damien in the contender round. What a close run that was for these guys right here. So we see these two beautiful machines right here, and this is a rematch of the last event final that came oh so close on the votes, but Theory was able to pull away with it. Chally coming for a little revenge here, so we will see what his challenger brings to Theory's little Yaris there. We know that Yaris has got the speed, but Chally's got this car rolling smooth and slow. So we are ready to see what these guys are gonna bring here. Now keep in mind, Malte is still in it. He could be voted in for the redemption round here. So he's not fully out of it yet. Let's see how close Theory's car is able to get on the inside there of Chally's big beast. Loses a little bit of momentum there. Oh, had to correct himself there, Chally did. Theory did a great job staying off of him. But he seems to be struggling to match the angle that Chally is. My own humble opinion there. See if you guys agree with me on the replay. Chally's car is able to get that rear end out so far, and while Theory is able to match him on speed and he's right in his tire tracks, it doesn't look like he's able to match the angle, and that is a massively important part of your chase there. You can see that Chally started to over-rotate and had to correct. And Theory was able to stay off of the inside of him. We'll catch it one more time here, see what caused that over-rotation from Chally, if we can pick it up. These guys are moving so quick, the drone is hard to keep up with them. So as we see here, we switch over to the slow motion. You can see all of that angle. He's 90 degrees to the side, and it over-rotates. He has to get a little handbrake there to keep it where he wants it. So we will flip back around. Theory is going to be on the lead this time, so we'll see if Chally is able to stay in the door of that quick little Yaris. It's going to be interesting, the wheelbase differences in these vehicles as to how their transitions work out. We will see what they've got for us here. Quick launch to the outside there from Theory. Damien gets right back to him on that inside line. We'll see how they handle the wall ride. They make that downhill. They both just barely touch the wall. No loss in angle there. Oh no! Chally's car wants to rotate on that downhill portion again. And it does not look like his revenge will be had. So we take another look at it here. Like I said, it does not look like he will have his revenge. Yes, I'm telling you, man, that's one of the trickiest parts of this course is you're gaining so much speed and you're on that downhill section. Transition right in the middle of it. And you can see how it affects these cars. That is 2 cars that have been bit now by that transition on the downhill. Get your votes in. Who do you want to see moving on to the contender round? You can see the speed that Theory has coming off the line there. Unbelievable unbelievable speed in that car. Wanted to say unbelievably fast. Car has got my brain all in knots with how fast it is. But a beautiful lead line from Theory. We'll watch it one more time as the vote is still underway, but we will take another look here and just focus on the lead line that Theory puts down. I mean, wide open on that first corner, gives every opportunity for the driver to match him on the inside, stay with him. Perfect rotation into the wall ride, maintains the wall ride all the way through, even touches it. That's the farthest wall ride I think we've had in the event so far. But just look how buttery smooth. All the way out to the outside there, all the way out to the grass here. Just about a perfect lead run as you can have. And we've always said, Theory is Mr. Consistency. And he is putting that on display here today. So you got about a minute left on your vote. Get that in there. Let us know who you want to see moving on to the next round. Meanwhile, while that vote is going on, we're going to take a look here at our next set of drivers. Another 30 seconds left on that vote. Let us know what you think. Let these guys know who you want to see moving on to the contender round. As we look at Swerve's beautiful green and orange machine here. This is a drift car if I've ever seen one right here. We got an S15 versus an S14. Between Wayne and Swerve here. Swerve's first event. Gets a bye run in round one, but in round two, he's up against a behemoth, the three-time champ. That is Wayne. You can hear the horsepower as these cars rumble. But we are down to the final pairing. The vote is coming in. It looks like Theory is going to come away with the victory here. So that is going to be the first two drivers that are available for a redemption round vote are going to be Malte and Chally. So we will find out who moves on to the next round and who is up for vote for redemption between Wayne and Swerve here as these guys get ready to take off on the launch. Swerve leads the way. Wayne rolls forward. These guys get in the first turn. You can see Wayne all the way up in the door of Swerve there. All the way up to the front wheel, all the way through. Almost getting ahead of him a little bit there. Just barely making contact. Is able to stay up with him. Matches the angle through the center portion here. What an aggressive chase from Wayne. Oh, and Swerve gets in the wall right at the end of the course here. Didn't seem to affect either driver's run. And Wayne sure was aggressive as he could be all the way through that one, so we'll let that last little thump there at the end. We'll just let that one go. You could see here, and Swerve's car is no slouch. He actually pulled Wayne a little bit there on that center section on the downhill. And you can see what a great lead he put down. Such a smooth run all the way throughout the course. We'll catch it one more time before these guys run again as it loops back around. But there's one particular portion I want us to focus on as they come through that center section. You could see Wayne getting all the way in that door there. But how smooth of a lead was that from Swerve? Look how clean all the way out to that outside wall. And with all of that pressure from Wayne, he's able to maintain composure all the way through. And look at the just perfect slide that he has coming through the center portion here. Rotates it around just enough. You can see how close it gets to the wall. Perfect transition over here. Makes his way all the way out to the grass there on that white line. So these guys have switched positions. Wayne is in the lead. He is ready to rock and roll with it here. So we are going to see what they've got. Swerve's going to roll forward. Wayne takes over. Swerve may have missed a gear there right off the start. He's got a little bit of ground to make up, but it looks like he is going to do just that. And speaking of missing a gear, it may have happened to him again. He's got quite a bit of ground to make up here. Takes the inside line, though, trying to get back to Wayne's door. But you guys know Wayne, he's like a shark. Once he smells that blood in the water, he's going to take every bit of advantage of it that he can. Little 360 there at the end, gives it a little dance. As the vote is coming your way in the chat, who do you want to see move on to the next round, be locked into the contender round, and who do you want to see be put to a vote for redemption? As we watch this run one more time here, you can see Swerve's car just didn't want to grip up there right at the beginning, but he's able to get back to Wayne. But then you can see here, I don't know if he missed the shift there, headed up through the gears, through the wall ride section, gaining speed, but you can see Wayne just rockets away. But you can see the speed that comes with Swerve's car as he's able to get back up there by the end of it. Is able to take advantage of that inside line there right at the end. The vote is in the chat. Let us know what you think, who you want to see locked in to the contender round. What a close one between these two guys here. We will take a moment while this vote wraps itself up. Talk a little bit about slide style events and what you can do to be a part of an event. All you have to do is own the game. That's it. As long as you have CarX Drift Racing online and Discord, of course, so that you're able to communicate with us. That's where everything is hosted for us. You are able to compete. It doesn't matter if you're on a console, PC, no matter what the situation is. We have some drivers that play on a Nintendo Switch. Anybody can join in. The rules are simple. It's all about having fun, having a good time. And as you can see, everything is through crowd voting. There are no judges. There's nothing crazy. It's all about just putting down wild, awesome runs on the lines that we come up with. And we kind of seem to, we come up with them as a team too. So you're a part of creating the events. And of course, we listen to everyone's suggestions through rule changes and map changes and everything like that. It's a one big family here at SLIDESTYLE, but you can join in. There are open practice sessions coming up, as we have confirmed that Wayne has taken the win here over Swerve. So that means the three drivers that are going to be up for a redemption vote are going to be Malte, Chally, and Swervo. So that vote will be coming your way momentarily. So it is here. The redemption vote is in the chat. Let us know who you want to see. The two drivers you want to see facing off. Pick your favorite. The top two votes will run again. But if you're interested in joining in on a slide style event, !slide style in the chat, and that will let you know everything you need to know about building a car, our competition rules. And here is the schedule. Our event registration for next month's event opens up August 5th with our open practice, and you can come join these drivers and come see if you want to slide along with them and what you think about joining in. In this event alone, we had Swerve, Hero, and Prim were our first-time drivers, and we have enjoyed having them hanging out with us, of course. But our next event qualifying is going to be August 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here, Alex, on your screen. And then the main event, the 12 drivers that qualify for that, will face off in St. Petersburg on August 26th. The season is wrapping up. That will be round 8 of 10. The World Finals is coming at you in October from the world-famous Ebisu Drift Circuit. It's going to be a fun time. but you can come join in and be a part. So the vote is almost through. Who is going to get another chance here to run the redemption round? It looks like it's going to be Malte on the lead first, taking over against Chally. So we will get these guys lined up for you and ready to rock. Or not, because Malte's game has decided it doesn't want him being in it anymore. Twice in this event now. We've got to... he's going to have to win a couple more events here, and we can maybe... we'll have to get him some computer parts or something. I don't know what he's got going on. Maybe Wayne can send him his PlayStation. Maybe they can play split screen. They can play side by side. Those two are always hanging out in the server together. It's always fun watching them face off. Two incredibly talented drivers. All right, well, there is your redemption round. Malte and Chally, they are lined up. They are ready to rock and roll. These guys are lined up. Let's see what they've got. And who's going to be the final driver to make their way to the contender round? Malte takes off with a full head of steam, but you know Chally is going to be there with him every step of the way. Takes the inside line real close there on that wall. Lays the power down in that Mopar monster, and it's keeping up with the S15 there. Ooh, same thing, man, that downhill portion. Soon as he goes to transition, he just unloads the suspension there. That car straightens out. He is able to get back there. But Malte with the lead run of dreams there. So we'll catch it one more time. Great start from both of these drivers. And you can see Malte's car, same as before, when he switches over to that downhill section, wanted to kick over, rotate around, he's able to hold on to it, but on the transition, and you see he gets in the wall there a little bit, almost carried too much speed. But then Chally, his machine, we'll see if we can get the replay here. We'll go a little slow motion and see what it was that caused his car to flatten out on him there. It just lost all its angle. I don't know if the front wheels locked up. We'll take a look here. See if we can't see what it is. So you can see him get in the throttle here, and he's gonna be making the momentum up to get back to Malte. But it just over rotates here, and when he gets on the brake to try to maintain that angle and get the car to rotate into the turn, it just straightens right up on him. We come back down and we see what could happen here. Like we mentioned earlier, you never give up. You never know what's going to happen. Malte is going to be on the chase here, and his car gets a little upset on that downhill section too, so we'll see what happens. Chally on the lead. He knows what to look out for, and he's going to have a little bit of clean air on the front bumper there to really maintain his angle and his transition on the downhill, so we'll see what he gets. You can see he takes that long winding line, cuts it back to the outside, all the way along that wall ride. Now there's where the downhill starts. The car seems to hold on pretty well. He makes his transition over, and Malte is all the way to the front wheel. They're all the way to the outside wall. Chally makes a little bit of contact, maintains the angle. Malte stays with him all the way through here. They finish out that line together. What an awesome run from these guys, man. As we go back and look at this one again, so the vote is going to be making its way at you. In the chat here as we watch this one again, what a chase there. I tried to keep the drone camera actually up on top of the action so you could see just how close these guys were running to each other. I mean, look at that last transition. We'll have to see that one more time. The vote is now up in the chat, so let us know who you want to see move on to the next round here. A little bit of network lag there from Malte. That seemed to be the only time that it did that during the run, though. We'll see here this first transition on the downhill, how smooth it was and how much they matched the angle. And you can see they get all the way out to the wall. You can see Charlie is in the throttle. He knows he's going to tag it, keeps his angle. Malte drives all the way back up to the inside, but watch this transition here. Look how paper thin the margin between the backs of the car. Little contact there, actually. Just a slight touch from these two. Just the absolute margins are so close all the way along. As we catch it one more time as that vote winds down, get your vote in the chat. Let us know who you want to see move on and be the final driver in the contender round. They will be facing off against Wayne, whoever it may be. The vote is coming to a close the last few seconds here. Who's it gonna be? It looks like Malte takes the win on the vote. And he will be facing off against Wayne in the second pairing. But up next we have Damien and Theory. Damien is gonna be on the lead first. This is going to be quite the show here as we get these guys lined up and ready to rock for the contender round. There we go. Our scoreboard is updated there. You see Wayne and Malte forming Group 2, but right now, Damien and Theory getting ready to rock out their runs as we get everybody lined back up and get everything squared away for you guys to finish this event out. We're going to find out who the two finalists are going to be for Slide Style here in Springstone. We get a look in on our first two drivers here. Damien in that beautiful flanker, and Theory still rocking that Yaris. I know this is going to be a hell of a run right here. Can't wait to see what we get. So who's going to be the first driver locked into the showdown? Final round here for round 7 of Slide Style. Let's find out together. As these guys launch off at the exact same time. It's like they're reading each other's minds here. You can see the speed from Damien, but Theory ain't letting him go. He stays right there in his smoke trail. Damien getting all the way out to the wall there on the wall ride. These guys hold it down, matching the angle, matching the speed all the way through. It's like watching a mirror. Man, these guys did not come to play around, trying to make it into the final round here. I mean, just full power all the way out. You can see right out to the wall is Damien. Theory does what Malte did earlier and actually slides to the inside on the downhill before making the transition over. I really love how smooth and clean that looks. As we take one more look at it here before we see these guys' second run here. And we'll take a close look at Theory making that early transition over on the downhill. That wall ride is so difficult to do. It changes up angle on you. You can see how close They both are to it all the way through. But yeah, Theory slides through with the momentum, then makes his transition over to stay on the inside. And you can see how he maintains this angle and just matches all the way through to the final corner. We are down to it here. Theory is ready to take his lead, and we'll see if Damien can hold up his end of the bargain on the inside as these guys get ready to rock it out of here. And if you thought last round wasn't fast enough, well, this round might be the one for you. These guys are moving even quicker throughout this course. Matching the angle through and through. Damien is right there on the door. This is going to be a close one, folks. I don't know how anybody could vote between these two drivers, but we're going to have to do it. The vote is coming at you in the chat. We'll watch that one again. Let us know what y'all think. Who do you want to see moving on to the next round? Between these two, I don't even know what to say, man. I could just sit back and watch this run all day. Look at these guys perfectly matching that wall ride there. Man, what a showing from these two here. Coming off the line, I mean, they're just perfectly on each other. Theory with about as perfect of a lead as you could have all the way through, nice and smooth. And you could see on the wall ride, just look at them matching the angle of that concrete all the way down. And then just like a mirror, like I said, just perfect transition through the center there, matching each other's angles, tracing the tire tracks all the way out to that outside wall, not touching it. This is going to be a tough vote. So far, it's close. Get your votes in the chat. Let us know what you think. The poll is there. Get your votes in now. It's about halfway over. And remember, if you're having trouble seeing the vote, be sure to pull it up in a browser. You can even pull it up in the browser on your mobile device. If you are in the app, sometimes Twitch has an issue with showing the vote in the chat. So if you pull up the chat in the browser, you don't even have to watch the event in the browser window. If you just go to the channel and pull up the chat window, you should see the poll there and be able to vote in it. As I see the votes coming in, these guys are putting their thinking caps on. It's coming down to the last second. Who is going to get the final vote? Damien comes away with it. By one vote, Damien gets the victory. How close was that? It was too close for me to call. Could have almost seen a one more time there, but we saw such a close vote. But I think Damien maintaining the speed, maintaining the angle all the way throughout. I mean, such a close run from both guys. But Damien is going to be moving forward to the showdown round, and he has an opportunity to win his second ever slide style event. But he will be facing off against one of these two champion slide style drivers themselves. Wayne, the three-time champion, former event winner as well. So who is it going to come down to here between these two, and who's going to be facing off against Damien for round 7's championship trophy? These guys get a great launch here. And like I said earlier, these guys are like twins, man. These cars always match each other here. Look at that. On the wall ride, they both make it all the way through it. Side by side, Malte all the way up to the front wheel there on Wayne. Almost touching. You couldn't fit a piece of paper between these cars. Powers all the way through to the end. Look at these guys, man. You love to see it. As we watch the replay here, I don't know how you can pick between the two. And honestly, you switch the liveries up on the cars, and their driving styles are so similar, and they are just perfectly match each other throughout the entire run. You can see them utilizing all of the course here, perfectly matching each other's angle, aggressive on the angle and speed. You can't ask for much more than that right there. Let's give it one more look here. You can see the little turn in, the little love tap that Wayne does there right at the beginning of the run. These guys are good buddies. It's always fun seeing them face off against each other here. A lot of times you see it in the finals. This time you're seeing it in the contender round. Man, we could watch this all day long right here. Well, that's all right. You get one more run of it here. We're going to see Malte's going to be on the lead this time. Wayne on the chase. These guys are ready to rocket ship up out of here. Let's see what they've got. These S15 twin machines. Little over rotation there. They're able to gather it back up, get back together. Looks like Malte's carrying a little bit more speed than Wayne here, but he over-rotates that corner just a bit. That's the second time, maybe even the third. No, not on that one. We're going to have to dissect that one on the replay there a little bit as well, because we didn't see quite as close of a run as we did last time around. See a little bit of contact there on the rear bumper. Like I said, on that first turn, Malte seemed to over-rotate, had to gather it up. Wayne just tapped him in the back there, did a great job not turning him around. You could see again he has to get on the brakes as that car just wanted to keep on spinning. Wayne gathers it up. Oh, the vote is in the chat now. I don't know how you guys are going to call this one here. It's a close run. I know for future notice, one thing I would like to work on is being able to maintain 2 replays, so that way we could show both the lead and chase run of these guys side by side. So hopefully for next season, that could be a feature that gets developed in the off season. That would be a great tool for us here for our voting purposes. But for now, we rely on our memory. As I could watch these guys do this all day long. You got to get your vote in the chat. It's about halfway through. You got a minute left. Let us know who you want to see lined up in the finals against Damien. Like I said, you may need to pull the vote up in a browser window. Twitch chat seems to like that a little bit better, but we definitely want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. And don't you dare just sit at home and say, oh, but I like both of these guys. I don't care who goes forward. You got to pick one. We need everybody's voice to be heard. That's how democracy works, and that's what SlideStyle's all about, is you guys at home. Who do you want to see moving forward to the next round? I also have a sneaking suspicion some of y'all might be trying to force it one more time here, and it would be warranted, that is for sure. It's going to come down to it at the end here. I see the Malte and Wayne love battle happening in the vote, but as it comes down to it, it is a tie. Who could have guessed? Who could have seen that coming, right? The vote is a tie. These guys are going to do it again. They're going to line back up. Wayne is gonna be your lead car. We gotta rack these guys back up again, and they're gonna do it one more time. Now, of course, this time around, if they tie in votes again, they will not have a one more time. We will have a. I don't vote in the votes, so we always say everyone's vote counts. Well, if there is a tie on this one, I will have to make the tiebreaker. Please, please, please do not put that pressure on me. I don't want it. But what I do want is to see another great run here from Wayne and Malte. We got Wayne on the lead. These guys are lined back up. They are ready to do it again. Oh. Looks like Malte's game wanted to mess with us again, so we'll have to wait for a quick second here so he can get that squared away and hooked up. Well, not only has Malte's game crashed, it appears my system is acting up on us as well here. Oh, whoa, 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 there we go. There she goes. Well, you can see Malte's car is still sitting in the server, but that's because it has decided to not pop out of here yet. So we will jump back and take a look here at the calendar for next month's events one more time as he gets loaded back in. We have got to get my man hooked up with a new machine here. That thing is crashing every 10 minutes. But SLIDESTYLE, exclamation point SLIDESTYLE in the chat. You can see these guys hooking the links up for you there. Click on that. That is the portal to everything that is SLIDESTYLE, everything you could possibly ever know ever about SLIDESTYLE events, how to become a part of an event, how to drive in the event, how to sign up, where to watch, how to watch. You can watch previous events. You can look at awesome photography from our man Akuza, one of our favorite drivers here. Like we said, the jack of all trades. Not only does it apply to his driving and his car selection, it applies to photography as well with the action shots there, and they are all in that Discord server. Exclamation point SLIDESTYLE in the chat will take you there. All you need is a Discord account. It'll give you everything you need to know. And if you have CarX Drift Racing, if you love what you see here and you think, man, I have got to be a part of an event like that, well, look no further, because event registration will be open Friday, August 5th for next month's events at St. Petersburg. You can see the calendar here. This calendar will also be included on the Discord in the events tab. That will be updated over the weekend. So by next Monday, everything for this next event will be loaded in there for your information. It'll be all set up and ready to go. August 5th, like I said, is when that event registration opens up, and we'll have our first open practice. So we have a server set up. We are on the course for next month's event at St. Petersburg. We're running the line, hanging out, having fun, and these guys start to get their first runs in and start to tune out their machines. We do have some slight rule changes coming starting the next event. Just a couple of things with minimum tire pressure has been added, and we have shortened up the wheel width allowance a little bit there. All of that information can be found on the SLIDESTYLE Discord. It does look like Malte has reappeared in the server. It's like magic, man. He just pops right up there. So we will go back and take a look. See these rides here ready to go for their next run. So like I said, no ties this time, no one more time. This is going to be it. Wayne and Malte, we watch them do it again. And let's see who is going to face off against Damien here in the finals in the showdown. They make a great start. He's right there. The transition is so smooth, so close. You can see Malte all the way up to the front wheels there. Our drone camera with the overhead shot showing you exactly how close these guys are to each other. Matching the angle, Wayne all the way out to the wall, pulls a little bit of distance there from Malte, who's able to make it back up. But Wayne was able to run away from him there a little bit. So we take a look at that one again while these guys rack it back up and get ready to go for the final time. You could see how much speed both of these cars carry, but these guys have so much control over these race cars. Look at them all the way to the outside. You can see he just slipped on the angle a little bit there. We'll watch it back one more time so you can get a good idea here of the run. You see Malte roll forward. It was a perfect start from both of these guys. But this first transition here, look how close. It's like watching ballet, synchronized swimming or stuff like that, man. These guys, it's like it's by design. They're so good. You could see how close all the way through Malte is on that downhill section, but then you'll see here how close Wayne gets that outside wall. Malte the same, but Wayne's pulling away from him here a little bit, and Malte tries to make up the ground. You see him just overcook it there just a touch. So we come back to our live view here. These guys are ready to line up and do it again. It's two beautiful S15 machines. They're like twins right here on the starting line. Let's see what they're going to do for us. And who's going to move on to the showdown to face off against Damien. Matching the wall ride all the way down. So close on the transition down the hill yet again. It's just like a picture-perfect mirror of that first run. Yet Wayne is able to stay right up by that front wheel all the way through to the finish. As we get the replay here, about a perfect a start as ever. The vote is coming at you in the chat. No one more time this time, so get your votes in. Let us know who you want to see after all four of those runs. Who do you think is the driver that deserves to be in the showdown facing off against Damien? And who is going to add another win to the win column? Malte in the green machine, Wayne in the yellow. I mean, it's so cool watching them just perfectly match that wall all the way down, so close all the way through. But the votes are close. You got to get your votes in here. You gotta let us know who you want to see making their way into the showdown here. So we'll take one last look at this replay here. Watch these guys on this wall ride, man, all the way down. It's like they're tracing the line. You can see the shadow of the fence. They just trace it all the way through. They both just touch it there. And then look how close on the rear bumper Wayne is. So awesome to watch, man. Just a few seconds left on the vote. Make sure you get your voice heard. The poll is in the chat. Let us know what you think. As it comes down to it, the final seconds here. Don't hold out on your votes. You never know. Twitch might not register it. Get them in there. And it does look like Malte is going to be going for his second event victory, but first he's got to face off against Damien, who's also looking to get his second. As these guys get ready to line up here Boy, I'm excited for this one. It is going to be so close. These guys are lined up again. They are ready to rock here. And we are down to the finals. We are down to the showdown. These two cars are our finalists for round 7 of Slide Style here in 2022, our first season. We appreciate everybody in the chat for your votes, for joining in and watching the show here. These guys absolutely deserve to be in the finals here. We're going to see what they've got for us, but show them some love in the chat. Let them know what you think. Who is going to come away with their second Slide Style trophy to put on the virtual trophy cabinet and a $20 game card? That's right, there is a prize on the line for every Slide Style event, and of course it's all leading up to the World Finals in October. Every winner is guaranteed a spot in that event, but these guys don't need a win. They've already got one. They're just going to stack on them championship points, and let's see who is going to come away with this one right here in Springstone. As they make their way around to the wall ride, it's been a perfect start so far. Damien is bringing so much speed here, but Malte is not letting him get away. He's right on that back bumper, trying to match the angle through that last section, but he carried so much speed. About as clean a lead run as you can get from Damien there. As we see it back one more time. Just absolute unbelievable car control from both of these drivers all the way through. Well, you could see just how close Malte was on that transition on the downhill, and we've seen throughout the evening how tough of a transition that is to make, and to make it that close to another car. We'll catch this replay one more time as they come back around and get set up again. Look at what a perfect start. They are side by side right out of the gate all the way through. Malte all the way up to that front tire. You can see how smooth and predictable of a lead line Damien's able to put down. Plays it a little safe with the wall ride there, but I think that was a good choice. And he's able to make clean and smooth transitions without slowing up too much. And Malte is able to hold on. So he is going to be your lead driver for the final run of the evening. We've got Malte, we've got Damien. Let's see who's going to come away and be Slide Style's Round 7 champion. Here we go. Tapping the wall there on the wall ride is Malte, but Damien is matching him, staying with him all the way through. He's close on that transition as well. Right in the tire tracks all the way through the center section. Can he stay on the door through the final corner? It looks like he's going to be able to. What a chase and a lead from both of these drivers. That is so close there. The vote is going to be headed your way. Do not hold out. Do not wait on us. Get your vote in. Let us know who you want to see be the Round 7 Slide Style champion. As we watch these replays here, both drivers, I mean, just laid down a perfect lead run. We can absolutely attest to that. So it's really down to both drivers' chases. And I couldn't pick between the two of them. They both had their ups and their downs. Well, not very many downs, but they were both a couple of times where one had to back off the other. You could see Damien there had to back off a bit and has to drive back up to the door, loses a little ground to Malte. And then in this section here is where Malte had lost that ground to Damien on the same thing. So it's really It's even both ways, but these guys, you can tell, man, so talented. These cars are absolutely hooked up for this course. They maximize use of the line available to them. Maximize their cars. Maximize. It's all about maximizing everything. There's a minute left on the vote. Who do you guys want to see take home their second slide style event winning trophy? The vote's coming down to the last couple of seconds here. Who is it gonna be? It looks like it's gonna be Malte coming in with the win, and he is a two-time slide style event champion. As we look here at these two beautiful finalists, these winning machines right here, but it is Malte that comes away with the victory. What an awesome showing. What a great job there from both of these drivers and from all of the drivers here this evening. But Malte is going to get that $20 game card, and he is a two-time slide style champion. He is moving his way right up the bracket. I believe he is going to be second place seed for the World Finals in October. You see Damien showing a little love there. What a good job. What a good run from these guys. But man, I tell you one thing, that was an awesome showing. We've got to give a big shout out to Race Control, Rapid Fire Charlie. She is always holding it down and making sure these events go off perfectly without a hitch. You can see some victory donuts here from Malte. Get these guys having some fun, man, but Charlie is always holding it down, Race Control. She does such a great job making sure these events go off without a hitch. And we've got to thank everybody at home for watching, for hanging out with us. We have so many loyal viewers that watch each and every one of our slide style events, and we can't appreciate you guys enough. Exclamation point slide style. If this is your first time watching an event, you want to find out more about what we've got going on, you can throw that in the chat. And another shout out to our boy Akuza, who not only runs the events, but he does all the photography, gets all the action shots. You can find those in that Discord server as well. But we appreciate everybody for coming to hang out. It was an awesome event, such a fun time. And I do not get tired of doing these. We will be back next month. It's St. Petersburg. All that information will be up on the Discord. Stick around and stay tuned to Alex on your screen right here on the channel. We will keep you up to date on everything happening with SlideStyle and everything happening with our stream. But from everybody here at SlideStyle, we want to say thank you. And this event has been presented by Alex on your screen. We will be back here in just a little while. We're going to open up a server, and you can come hang out with these slide style drivers, and we're going to give a test run over to the new St. Petersburg course. So that will be up in just a little while, so don't go anywhere. Stay here right on the channel. But this is going to be Alex. I am signing off for Slide Style. We'll see you guys next month. Everybody be safe out there. Have a good one.